showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Razorbacks will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running it to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Let's talk about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Gonna run it. It's Young. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way through.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks from this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Scrambling away. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Quickly complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
The Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Making side adjustments here. Caught, close to the marker, it's Brown. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Firing to the right, complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Snap it to the back. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Jackson will throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistent.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. To the air, it's Russell. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Winfield. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. With the catch, it's Craver. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. He's got it on the run. Touchdown Tide! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game.
Touchdown Razorbacks! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Let's talk about Alabama. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on second and inches. Looking for a crease, it's Young. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Caught over the middle. It's Horton. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They're going to run it. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. 5-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Edwards. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got his man! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Snagged in the middle, it's Winfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for a gap, it's Young. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard, high level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen from themselves on a critical third down.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down, and you don't see the defense sprinting out the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. They'll leave it with him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right, and they'll make a big play for this defense.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, going up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Jackson will throw. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Offense gets set for second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Jackson gonna throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got the tight end. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his side.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Russell. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. It's Horton. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go forward more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
To the air, it's Russell. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nimrod. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Jackson will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the left. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, you talk about all the excitement and emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. Now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Third and long. down coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They've been as advertised in the passing game, and that's carrying them now to holding their spot in the top 10 and keeping that eye on the playoff, guys.
No doubt, and especially, man, when you make those late-season, big-time wins, top 10 wins, boy, do you put an exclamation point on your ranking. Nice job ending the season. We got to end the season strong, Palmer.
Yeah, and they've thrown it well all season long too, David, but you just keep wondering, is the other shoe going to drop at some point? Are they just going to have struggles? It seems like they never do. They came out against a good defense, a top 10 opponent, made a statement throwing the ball.
Trying to pound their way in. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Jackson gonna throw it. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is gonna face all the pressure in the world. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why